High in the Rocky Mountains of Colorado, surrounded by whispering pine trees and endless valleys, stands a grand white building with red roofs and an eerie presence. Here in the heights above the bustling towns below, history comes alive in every creaking floorboard and stained glass window. This is the Stanley Hotel, one of the most famous haunted places in America. By day, it looks elegant and welcoming, a relic of another time when wealthy Easterners fled to the mountains for respite. But by night, the atmosphere changes. The halls seem colder, the lights dimmer, and if you listen closely, you might hear whispers in the dark. In 1909, Freeland Oscar Stanley, the inventor of the Stanley steamer automobile, desired a place of luxury where he and his wife, Flora, could escape the pressures of the world. And so, here in the heart of the Rockies, they built their dream. But what they created was not only beautiful, it also became something else, a magnet for spirits. It started subtly. Guests reported pianos playing on their own. The tinkling notes of Off in the Deep Blue Ridge drifted from the ballroom even though no one was there. Then there was the sound of children's laughter echoing in empty hallways, of footsteps pacing back and forth in the attic above. Sightings began as well. People swore they saw a woman in a flowing white gown standing at the ends of corridors, only to vanish when anyone approached her. Others saw a little girl in a nightgown or a man in old-time clothing. But perhaps the most common sighting is of Flora Stanley herself. She loved music and often played the piano in the ballroom. Long after her death, guests have reported hearing the soft notes of a piano drifting through the halls late at night. When they peek inside, the ballroom is empty, but the keys of the piano are still vibrating as if someone had just touched them. Another sound that has been reported is the tinkling of a music box coming from the far reaches of the empty hallways. Then there is room 217. In 1911, a housekeeper named Elizabeth Wilson was nearly killed in a gas explosion there. She survived, but ever since, guests have reported unusual activity in the room. Lights turn on and off by themselves. Bags are mysteriously unpacked. Some have even reported waking up to the sensation of someone tucking them into bed, only to find no one there. Over the years, entire hallways of the hotel gained reputations. On the fourth floor, guests often hear children running and giggling in the dead of night. Room doors open and close on their own. Other times, strange shadows dart across the walls. Some have even reported seeing faces peering in from the darkness between rooms. The Stanley Hotel became so famous for its ghostly legends that in the 1970s, author Stephen King stayed there for a night. He and his wife were the only guests in the massive building. As King walked the empty halls and stared into the ballroom, he imagined the place full of ghosts, trapped in time, reliving their lives over and over again. That night, he had a terrifying dream about his son being chased through the hallways of the hotel by an army of little kids. The dream was so vivid that when he woke, he had the idea for his most famous novel, The Shining. Since then, paranormal investigators from around the world have visited the Stanley Hotel. Ghost hunters have recorded EVPs, electronic voice phenomena where disembodied voices answer questions from beyond. Others have captured figures moving in the background of videos, only to find no one there when they turned around. Even today, visitors flock to the Stanley Hotel hoping to experience something unexplainable. Some leave with only eerie feelings and restless nights. Others swear they've seen faces in their mirrors, felt invisible hands on their shoulders, or heard voices whispering their names in the dark. If you stay here, what would you explore first? The music room where spectral melodies echo? The fourth floor where children run and hide? Or room 217 and its lingering energy from the explosion? Let us know your thoughts. And be sure to follow for more historical hauntings.